Welcome to you all to tonight's edition of the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. On behalf of the entire management, we'd like to say a happy Palm Sunday to all of our Christians, brothers and sisters, and also to those that are in the fast, our Muslim brothers and sisters. Is also a massive good evening to you. And we pray that God strengthen you as you go through the time of fasting, as well as friends and partners of the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. We also want to extend our deepest appreciation to you all, to all that have followed us and that are still following us, those that have just joined us for the first time. We'd like to say a unique welcome to you on tonight's edition of the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia's Farmers Union. And tonight we are going to be focused on the mission of the Abba Organic Farm. For those that may have been listening to us and just saw us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and the rest of the list, maybe you are still in doubt of what is our mission. Why are we discussing agriculture? And what is the agenda behind our organic farm? I'd like you to fasten your seatbelts and take a ride with us as we together move agriculture in all areas across Liberia. Your usual host is Madam Abba A. Anderson, and together we believe we can achieve. Welcome. Please join us by sharing this unique broadcast. Again, you are highly welcome. And this is how we like to officially welcome you to tonight's edition. It's going to be a power-packed one. Trust me, it's going to be educative. It's going to be motivative. And besides, it's going to be inspiring. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, with Abba Organic producing high-quality food with low environmental impact. Organic farming will play an essential role in developing and maintaining a sustainable food system in Liberia. To achieve this target and to help the organic sector reach its full potential, Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union is putting forth an action plan for increased organic production in Liberia, including encouraging and supporting Liberians to go back to the soil and produce more food, negotiating and shifting local farm products for timely income benefits of farmers, working with farmers to grow more food, eat some, sustain their homes, and supply other parts of the world, training farmers to transition from manual to mechanized farming. In Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, our mission is to ensure a stable supply of affordable food to increase and safeguard the income of Liberian farmers to keep Liberia and its rural areas sustainably vibrant. You can become a member of Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union right now. Just dial 0880-547-543 or 0776-570-925 or 0886-199299 or 0777-567777, or you can directly contact our CEO Abba Addison on +447 943 523387, and you join immediately. Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, we are partners for good.
again, we say welcome to the Aba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union program tonight. And I'm joined by all of you who listening around the world. And maybe I will want to apologize for the time. We were like 2 minutes late. But again, we are glad to be here. So I want to say thank you for giving us your time, trusting in us, and just giving us the opportunity to speak to you as Liberians across the nation. Tonight's show highly focuses on our mission at the Aba Organic Farm. And why am I talking about the mission tonight? It's important as we progress for people to know what is our mission. Why are we, as Liberians, why are we talking about farming or anything relating to agriculture? Yes. I will start by just saying to you the importance of this program is actually meant to inspire us together as Liberians. And this is because we are more than 100 plus years of age. Welcome.
Thank you.
Are you getting us? Yeah, okay. All right. Just before I continue, we'd like to give you the opportunity to please introduce yourself, even though we can't see you clearly, but I know we will hear your voice.
Yeah, sure. Okay, one, Augustine Gomuya from the Corridor Sustainable Development in the Animal Science Department. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be part of this program tonight.
Thank you, Prof. And tonight we are actually going to be focusing on our mission and how we hope to achieve our mission in agriculture in Liberia, especially when we talk about the current situation that is unfolding in Liberia. So, the Urban Organic Farm mission is what we're going to be focused on tonight, and how we hope to achieve it rests on all of us as Liberians, most especially it rests on us as friends and partners of the Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. The name Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union is for all Liberians. We wholeheartedly welcome you all to get on board. Share with us your great ideas, experiences, as much as your motivation. Some people may not have any idea in agriculture, but you are motivated by what we say here or what we do here. And based on that, you are becoming to get more acquainted with agriculture. This is very overwhelmingly welcome. But our mission to Liberia, and we want to say this boldly today, is to minimize poverty as much as we can. Minimize poverty or eradicate poverty if we can. And not only that we will minimize poverty, and that's the end, but we will also be able to elevate people. How and why? Why? Because of our present condition in Liberia. Poverty is something that affects us morally, and affect our performance in a lot of things that we're supposed to achieve. Many of us today, we are struggling because we find ourselves situated in this condition. And this condition had a tendency of keeping our minds low to the ground. This condition has a tendency of making us feel less value, less important, or not even recognized by society. And that's why the Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union is here to say to you that for so long, we have been going through a lot. We have been going through a lot. Maybe few people are in the well, left positions, but there are many or majority that is going through poverty. And how we think poverty is why we are killing ourselves. You wake up in the night, you are so afraid to go outside. Why? Because you don't even know who is standing outside your door. Poverty is why you are sleeping. You have to have people, or if you don't have people covering your door, that means your face has to be very high. You got to put all the window bar, and as well as you have to lock yourself up with how you call it, iron gates. You have to lock yourself up all the eyelids. You have to sleep. Even if you are sleeping, your handbags, you cannot leave it on the shoe rack or whatever again. You have to make sure you're sleeping with your handbag. Not even to say you get your phone. Maybe you even think, oh yeah, I may forget my phone. No, you can't practice that. Why? Because poverty have taken a hold of us. Poverty is where you see older people calling themselves only because of poverty. You are more than 45. You are still in the youth department. Not because of your age, but because of your circumstances. Poverty is where you have been denied so much rights that you no longer know your right anymore. Poverty is where you find yourself in the place that you are locked up mentally. You are locked up and you cannot find nowhere to go. Poverty is where you can no longer afford a 50 meal for your home, and you watch your home breaking apart because you no longer can afford to put a plate on your eating table. Oh, poverty is where you see yourself tied down by society and let down by institutions and forgotten as a human being. You only relate to those that are in the same caliber as you. Poverty is where you have seen no strength from those you thought would lift you up. Poverty is where you see your life running in dreams that is yet to mature. Or I'm talking about a poverty that strike you to the point where friends and partners that are supposed to be there with you have all walked away from you. Like you are the reason of your poverty. I'm talking about a poverty that denies you the right to your education. That poverty that causes you to lie in hospital without being attended to. And yet you need to live. And you see yourself dying out of health conditions that you can change. Or poverty is that thing that is happening in our homes right before our doorsteps. And tonight I want to caution you to know our mission to Liberia. Maybe you have never experienced poverty before, but poverty is where everything around you come to a standstill, and everyone around you have find a way out. Poverty is a place where you have to stay on one bed and no one to give you water to drink or even ask you, how are you today? If you are in that place, if you are in that area of your poverty, then this is for you. Oh, poverty is something that affects you and humiliates you from becoming yourself. Liberia and Liberians, most of us are entrapped in a line of poverty. Most of us today, we had it before. We built our homes before. We built our family before. Before, when we speaking, people listening to us and listening to us for wisdom. But now our voices are no more value to the ears because we are being drained by poverty. Oh man, I'm speaking to you, my brothers and sisters. Poverty is where you see yourself. No help come from nowhere, and no one cares about you because you are drowned in the feet of poverty. But Abba Organic Farm is not here to promise you heaven and earth, but Abba Organic Farm is here to redirect your mind and reconstruct your mind and motivate you to know that you are sitting on a tomb of furnace and yet you are looking for water to drink. No, we can change that. We can really change the way we do things. Let us give change a chance this time around. We have all gone to sing the song. Oh yeah, we sing the revolutionary songs in our street corners. We use our voice to charm others into being in their own dreams and positions. How many of us, our life is changing now? How many of us have seen the real reason of all doing things that is holding us back? So the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, we are not coming to tell you that we are going to change your life without you being ready to change your own life. You must get ready. Liberia and Liberians must get ready. Now is the time. I don't know what eyes you see, but I see that Liberians must stand up against poverty, or else poverty will not move from Liberia. And let me tell you, the way that we in the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union have found is the way through agriculture. Because if you give us the book as big as this, we may read, but with hunger, we will not comprehend. We may listen, but we will not take in because we are filled with so much. You know how many of us now we will go to school and we will not still pass because our brains is so overlapped with so much going on. And we can actually get rid of those things gradually. And our mission here is to improve our agricultural engagement, because we believe that the sector has one of the largest employer all over Liberia. We even got people in Monserrado that depending on their farms to achieve. So that poverty that we continue to go through and expecting that, oh, we will get investors They will come, the investor will come, they will do everything for us. We have to take that mindset and put it in a garbage. Because it's not happening like that. We must face in reality and facing it now. We must know that poverty have entrapped us, and poverty has led us to where we are right now. And how did we arrive here? Because we turn our back to what is going to improve our lives. We invest our time and effort in medicine. We prefer to wear t-shirts and banners and walking from street corners to street corners and clapping and singing to somebody who have their children in good school, or to somebody who is now in better position. And how many of us have gone to our people that we've been singing to or singing for? How many of us life has changed? We've been going to these people, putting them in power with the expectation that our life are going to change. How many of us today, we can attest that our life not changed? Because we put this person, they built a school that they said they were building, they built a hospital for all, they help all our road and good. No. Maybe it's 5 years ago, you did the same thing. Maybe 10 years ago, you did the same thing. But your achievement is below. So I'm saying this to you who are online with me, listening to me, sharing the message. Whether you believe it or not, our greatest enemy is not a juju. No, it's time. Maybe 7 years ago, you were 17. But if you add it now, then you will know. So if you do not put time to what is important to you and what will help you benefit your life, and you think by wearing t-shirt or going abroad, singing for people is going to change your life, you are a waste of time. Why? Because what you put in is what you get out. You see Nigeria, we say Nigeria like this, but look at Nigeria. The Nigerians, their minds are built up to be able to create their own ways of survival. I'm not saying everything they do is good, but I'm saying the creative mindset. That's why today you will hear Nigeria may do the work, Ghana may do the work. Even in our own country, Liberia, Nigeria will come. They will come, we'll be condemning them. 2 months later, we start calling the boss man. Why? Because right in our place, what we as Liberians cannot see, that's why the foreigners can see. We can attest to it. The Lebanese, they will come in a few months' time. They are our masters. Liberians, we cannot continue to afford to live that the way we've been living and expect change. So the Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, we are not here to deny anyone or to look down on you. We believe that a skill can be able to change your life. Maybe you have the skills, but you never have the opportunity. Maybe you have the opportunity, but maybe you lost the opportunity along the way. Maybe you've been thinking on what to do along the way. You never had that strength or that motivation to carry you through. But we want to encourage you. We want to inspire you as Liberian that the Aba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, is going to move you from poverty into production. We are looking at value chain, and how we will achieve this value chain is to produce, support first, produce, structure, and then create the job. But if we all just sit down and think that, yes, They because the government said they will do the one. Government said they will do that one. So they're doing it. So we will all sit down and don't do anything about it. That means we are heading for more danger. The poverty make today. You and myself, we can sleep in the night. Our brothers and sisters are to our winners. That the very poverty that make us today, we can't even wear fitting clothes. How many of us, our children tomorrow are meant to be in class, and we still thinking what they will even get to eat before they will even think about going? School fee have become an impossible situation to the point where we need to do 7-day fast just to get our school fees. How can we be Liberians and we drag ourselves into poverty based on what we think, not what we do? We prefer to waste our time, and we see that this is not happening, but we still in denial. But the Abba Organic Farm is not willing to be in denial. We see red, we say it's red. We see white, we will say it's white. We will not be bribed nor bought for any reason. We will have to say the truth, and we have to stand by the truth. We are encouraging you. This is not a program that is asking you to pay money. Unlike other programs, they're charging you, come and pay that one and come and pay this one. No, this is not a program that asks you a cent. All we want is your commitment, and leave the rest with us. But if we cannot in any way be able to get you to know that your life, your time is being wasted without getting you involved into any skill training program that will help you get a job, and you think by singing in the street, my dear sister, my dear brother, you just a waste of time, because it will not happen. The $100 after you sing they gave you, you share with you and your man, and y'all go eat and drink. It's not going to solve your problem. It's just going to increase your problem. You know why? Because when you were born, your mind was set on what you are supposed to do, and because you are not doing it, a lot of us now we turn into drunkards. But we can minimize the drinking. We can minimize the frustration. We can actually build our life back. It is not late, Liberians. It is not late. It is only for us to start to change our minds and know that what we need to do, if we do not do it, there's nothing going to change. It's like you lay down in your room. You wake up from your bed. If you don't make that bed up, even if you lay down and think that the bed will make up, you will still can't meet that bed laying down just as you left it. Why? Because the bed will not move. It will not make itself up unless you do it. So, Liberians, you've been waiting for government to step in. You've been waiting 10 years ago. Government ain't stepped in yet. You've been waiting 2 years ago. Matter of fact, I was even surprised. Just this 2 days, 3 days time, I have seen a lot of different protests, which I was even shocked. And this protest, I will call the name. The first one I saw, I said, no, the one can't be true. The people from Ministry of Transport, because I see Tesla follow that country, I see Keke follow the country, I see motorbike follow the country. So I don't think the workers of Ministry of Transport will be protesting. But if you think I lie, go on Facebook. You will see the protest there. People are telling us, in fact, they even use the same slogan that we normally use, that, our slogan, we will not rest until we change life. The people started using the slogan until my friend sent it to me, say, oh, about that your slogan there, now, the people use it. I said, what kind of slogan? They said the people said they will not rest until their life change. I heard myself, they gave me a year. So if you as a farmer have been waiting, from Charlie Quinton, my grandma used to say, Charlie Quinton until today, you have yet to see one tractor in your own town, in your district, or even in the whole county that comprises of more than 7,000 farmers. You got yet to show one tractor in a country called Liberia. And yet we eat our staple food as rice. We ain't got one tractor. Don't say they're producing. This is the country that is producing. You are being into slum. They have changed your mind. They have suppressed you to the point where you do not know that you entitled to even having one tractor. I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm talking about even one county. How will you think you will get free from poverty when not even one county can produce for itself as a county? Before I will say what produce for the country. Are you thinking that we so broke Liberia do not have the capacity of buying one tractor for a county? Do you think in your mind that Liberia is so bad off that they cannot afford? It's just an institution that have turned their back on us. You may not like me for what I say, but you will accept it as a fact. Take it from me. It is a shame to be Africa's mother. Matter of fact, one woman, I told her, I said, oh, I'm a Liberian. The woman said, oh, you Liberian? I said, yeah. She said, oh, that's the mother of Africa. And I shook my head. I said, yes. And this is a woman that coming from, I think, if it's Botswana, is somewhere in our country, somewhere on our side. That woman was able to recognize me as Liberia is the mother of Africa, because it teaches them in their own schools that Africa's mother is Liberia. But tell me one tractor Liberia do not have for county. When you go to Bond County, the farmers are more than 7,000 to 8,000 farmers, but they still struggle till today. Look, I am fed up of seeing the truth in front of us, and we pretend that it's not happening. But we got money, more than how many thousands of dollars that we will export. We will go out to buy food. Don't you think these people still want you to remain in poverty? Don't you think so? How were they able to go to school when there were no farm? Were they able to pay their school fee? When Liberia didn't have food, were school open? No, 1990, when we never have food, people were left out of schools. But those that went to school today, 85% benefit through the agriculture. 85 to 90%, and I want to be corrected if I'm making a mistake here. For today, those that went to school under the sweat of that poor lady that didn't go to school, or that poor man that had to squash or do brushing, and they went to school, they have turned their back on you as a farmer. Do not be fooled to think that they are in your interest. They have turned their back to the point where even the schools that are teaching agriculture have been forgotten. All because they want your brains to focus and remain in poverty. They want you to know that poverty is what they want for you. So they wait until the time they need you, then they bring 5 decorates. Tell me, if you got 7 children, how long will you and your 7 children use 2 decorates that they will take your photo and put it on Facebook and make you think that they are for you? When you put them in places, how many of the time they come to you? They identify with you. How many members, and I'm not talking about only this current government, I'm even talking about government back. How many of them identify with you? How many of them go to visit your farm? Do they even care what happens to you? So now it is a time that we are calling on you. We are not calling you to come to bring money to us. We are only calling you to know that the right way out is to focus on an organization that is there and ready for you. and value you. That's why the Abba Organic Farm says that we are here to add value to agriculture. Any country that turns it back from agriculture have embraced poverty. And that's why today we can all be bought to decide to give you money in a bag, 5,000 to vote because they think that your brains have been locked up. But we are here to tell you that they cannot lock everyone brains out. Some of us, we will not allow it because we believe that poverty is a man-made. God gave the earth and he supplied everything on this earth. And everything that's supposed to make this earth a success for us is here. But we have to know that this is it and we get to it. We cannot sleep and expect that day will break and we will not eat. We must eat. So if we are eating, that means we will have good performance. If you do not have good food to eat, your performance skills drop. And it's also proven why our students are failing in WAEC, why our teachers are not getting sufficient support is because they do not want you to know that education is important. But they are sending their children to school. But how many of us farmers are prepared or are having the fun to send our children to quality schools? How many of us today? How many of us farmers are even able to afford a 50 meal for us to eat? How many times a farmer have even changed their mattresses they sleep on? No, how many times have they even had the opportunity to having good medical intervention? We are being denied everything. And we are calling on you as a farmer to come. Do not sit and think they are in your interest. They will never be in your interest. If they can make sure that your brains remain as it is, they will do it. But we are not here to preach to you and tell you that put us in position, then we will give it to you. No, we are calling you to come, that we can share ideas and work together and liberate you from that poverty and help you over to see that the soil can be able to generate whatever money you need to send your children to school, have quality education for them, make sure you can have some income that you can also leave them something for tomorrow. What kind of man will you be if only you cannot even afford a 50 meal for your children? Imagine if my parents were not going to have the opportunity to send me to school. Do you think I would be here to talk to you? But somebody had to make the sacrifice. And today, I may not have all the book in my head, but at least I know how to spell my name. And that's why important. So I want us to give opportunity to every Liberians to have the opportunity to go to school. Most of us are in trap with so much in us that the world needs. But the opportunity has been denied. And we can only find that in what we do, not what they say to us. Because they have failed us in so many ways. But what you do will not fail you because you are sure of what is your outcome. And I'm appealing to you today. This day is a Palm Sunday. And God is using my voice to talk to you. That you do not have to depend on what somebody says to you, but depend on God first and what you can do for yourself. So I will give the opportunity to Professor Gamuya and then followed by our country director, who may have something to add to what we are saying. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CEO. Thank you very much. And you said it right. Poverty is our problem in Liberia. And when you define that word poverty, it's talking about extremely poor. So if you could take the statistic, about 90 to 99% of the Liberian are in the poverty ring.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why it's not like the common people, although we that in the poverty, it's not that our children can do better to school.
Thank
No,
you.
they can do
Mm.
better. But what is the reason? Because
Mm-hmm.
the child comes from home hungry, going to school. In fact, when the child go to school, they will pull him out or they will pull uh her out from school.
Mm-hmm.
This can hinder the learning process of the child because the child will not be focused. The child will be thinking when they go to school, they are hungry, and when they go to school, they will pull them out of class. Their friend will laugh at them. So these
Mm-hmm.
are the problem that we are facing with the common people because there is no support. But what can we do? You see, then those who have the money, they send
Mm-hmm.
their children, their relatives all of Liberia to learn, to go to
Mm-hmm.
good schools. And while they are preparing them to come again to do the same thing their parents doing to us. So you see, the range, if we're not careful, it will not stop now. It will continue because they are preparing their children while
Mm-hmm.
the common people children are continue to be put out. They are not learning. They are not
Mm-hmm.
learning. But what we can do as a farmers so to help ourselves, at least if we can be close to them, at least we can be able to do something and say, yes, my child, my daughter, or my son will go to school. I will support them. Is to come together as farmers to find a group, as we have been saying, find a cooperative group, go into vegetable farming, go into root and tuber, whatever farming, go into it. If you're a group, you all will do plenty and then you all will harvest. At least the excess, you all will be able to sell and send your children to school. For example, many of the common people children, they are very clever. Like if a scholarship NGO comes and then we fight and get a scholarship to go to school, then it means that we will not go to university. It means that we will not get the master. It means that we will not get the doctorate degree. Why? Because our parents can't afford. And school this day is very, very costly. Very, very costly. Before you leave from here, you go outside Africa, you should have the support. If you don't have the support, then you will not get the best education. Even in Liberia, if you don't get the money, you will not come to Coditon because Coditon is one of the expensive schools in Liberia. If you don't get the money or your parents have, you will not. And if you don't get the opportunity to fight or to go behind the politicians, you will not get through. So you see our problem in Liberia, if we are not careful, it will continue. So what can we do as a youngster on the program to help ourselves and help our country? By what? The training, as we are talking about, training them how to be a group, how to make a farm, train them how to use the idea that the children are learning from school so that those ideas can be put into use and then they can be able to maximize productivity. If they produce in bulk, they will have their children in school. Like we are saying that if God agree that this program be established where we will buy produce from them, that will again help the farmers in Liberia to send their children to school. Where they were selling one cassava bed for like they were taking it from them like $100, $200, and somebody say I buying it from 500, at least something will be in their pocket that they will be able to send their children to school. If not, then we will continue to cry as we are doing now. Now you go outside there, those who have money, they have followers. They have
Mm-hmm.
followers. They have people even arguing. They have people even fighting for them. But what the poor men in the villages there, what happening to them? Who knows? They don't care. So we really got to be careful and then talk to our people, the farmers, train them, help them. That is the only way forward. Thank you very much, CEO, for the topic.
Thank you. Thank you. So over to you, Director.
Yes, thank you very much for this great opportunity and allowing me to talk to our people again. You know, in Liberia, we are challenged at all sectors. When it comes to the educational sector, we are challenged. When it comes to the agricultural sector, we are challenged. When it comes to the health sector, we are challenged. When it comes to infrastructure, we are challenged. I mean, what can we do? What can we do that will make us to graduate from one standard to an other? I mean, this is why we have this platform. Most agriculture serving as the foundation. Because if you don't eat, you're not eating well. Now we have university in Liberia that are graduating agriculturists on a daily basis. But what are we doing? What is next? That those young people should be able to practicalize what they have learned. Should they learn and pass around here and become teacher? Is what happening. And go by in the classroom. I mean, go by to nursery. I mean, to train children. Is that what they were trained about? Is that what they were trained? They were trained to do. They were trained to produce food. So I mean, we need to look at agriculture as the major priorities in this country. Just how we take election to be. When you say election, all of our officials sitting their ears all open, their eyes all open, just to get the victory. That is how we should do agriculture. We should look at agriculture to be a victory-oriented field that everybody should engage and come up with a result. Because if we are not eating the right diet, our lifespan on earth is diminishing, it decreases on a daily basis. Because we're not eating good food. We are not eating good food. We were not there when they produced the people that we eating. We were not there when they produced the chicken feet that we eating. In fact, the president can't eat chicken feet. So why should we eat what our leaders are not eating? Why should the citizens eat what our leaders are not eating? I mean, it's not a good practice for us. On a daily basis, if you were to visit our hospitals, Liberians die on a daily basis. They die on a daily basis because we are not eating the right diet. So now our lifespan, when you're young, you reach to 30 years, tell God thank you. You reach to 40, tell God thank you. You reach to 50, tell God thank you. Why should we live this kinds of life? And we have the source that can be able to produce a healthy food for us. If we have the soil that can maintain everybody, why should we depend on another nation for our food? We are actually discussing this, getting this broad knowledge to policymakers. President Weah, don't see Aba Organic Fund as a political institution. No, see Aba Organic Fund as a life-changing institution. That's why we are here. We need you here to come and talk to your people. The farmers that you represent, the farmers that you will be going to again to re-elect you. You'll be talking to them. The farmers are dying. They are dying from starvation. They are dying from sickness, malaria, headache, killing them on a daily basis because they are not eating the right food.
Let me just add to what you say. You see how many people now, traumatized. I was watching a video that somebody sent me that in Banga, some part of Banga there, that they got a whole base where you find young people whom are supposed to be on the field of life, who are gifted, who have so much to give to the society, are buried there in the hands of drugs.
Yeah. Sure.
Devastating, the thing shook my brains. I was like, that's it right now. That's what they want. They want our brains to suck into that. We must suffer. Our children might not grow to be good and be successful. But if you see them, they are making sure that our children to face the future tomorrow? Why are they sending their children to school when we are not able to send our children to school? Why, if education is not good for us, why must it be good for they and their family? Why are they buying cars that worth thousands of dollars when we do not even have a motor? Let me just go to a bicycle. No slippers before we go to bicycle. Even slippers. Farmers' children struggle to even get correct. But they are using thousands of dollars. You know how far they are denying us? Our brains is just like, our brains are getting so tiny like mosquitoes, all because they are lock us up in poverty. But we must liberate Liberia. And nothing is going to stand in that way with God above. We will definitely work. I don't care how much hours we have to work in this country to ensure that we will change and transform Liberians. We will do it. And together with all other Liberians that are listening to us, that really mean to go back home and see that Liberia that we had, that Liberia that we pledged allegiance to, that country that we found pride and dignity to, that place that we call home, to restore back its original glory. Our mission in the Abba Organic Farm is to make sure that Liberia go back. How can our educational sector be downgraded to this point, where people will even tell you they graduate from high school, but they're not even able to talk to more than 5 persons? They're not even able to express themselves, all because the quality of education has shrunk in so badly to the point where the only thing that happens to us is for us to see our people perishing, and we go to them and with our arms open, while they're smiling and inviting them to sing song beyond us and worship us because they need $5. Is that the life that we Liberians should be living in this DNA? Go Ghana, go Nigeria, go Sierra Leone, Nesto. Children are there going to school. Why our children are mocked? Many mothers are bleeding in their hearts. Many fathers are going to sleep, having sleepless nights, all because their children have gone astray. Most of the children have left their homes and now sleeping in the grave, all because our system have failed us. Our people we entrusted have denied us. We have enchanted our life into more poverty, more than ever. Now we can be bought with 25 kg bag of rice, 5,000 liberty. Is that sufficient for us? Is that the future we really building? Or are we destroying ourselves right in 3 months' time, or 2 months, or even a month time? How much more are we waiting to accept as farmers? How much more are we going to sit and rely on them and our lies, that pocket full of lies, the lies, and turn our back in our jeeps, in our cars, and whatever way they come, and we will not see them again until they need us to put them right back in the position? Why don't when you come on the show, just mute your phone quick, please, because if not, we'll be distracted. Why are we not good to take state power? Because they think we are not educated. But are they opening the road for us to be educated? No. Why? They take the school fees. I saw 3-4 people send me that school fees are nearly fainted. Why? Because I'm thinking school fee will be 150, 200. They are telling you 500, 600. How many farmers are actually able to afford $500, 600 to send their children to school? And at the same time, you need to do fire registration, you do second registration. And what are they really teaching? where schools open and no food, even for students to eat in our school. Teachers are worried what they will even eat, why they are even teaching. Their phones hardly ring, all because they are entrapped into this poverty. And to us all Liberians, and we think it is all right that we sit back and remain mute again as farmers for additional years to equip on us. And then at the end of the day, we be holding stick and only live in regret. Or we have had the attack and die early. No, this is not for us again. We are standing up. You not believe it, you will have to accept it. Because we will do it. We will make our people realize that value. And we will do it. Not for shame, but for reality. Poverty is something that you do not want to come to you. That's why you are advancing your children to cope with tomorrow job opportunity. You can provide the best meal for them. You give them pocket money. You change their clothes. You send them on holidays. You go and even if they are sick, you fly them to Ghana. But how many poor woman or poor man is able to send their children to Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea, and what other country to get good medical intervention? When all those doctors that are supposed to be there to help in the process of saving lives have only been denied so much to the education. It pleases my heart when I can see our leaders heavily seated in foreign countries and showing photos. Then I realize and laugh. I say, yes, a fool will remain a fool. It's like you leaving your house where there is zinc out of the building. You know that there is no zinc. When it rains, the rain will come in your house. But you happily go to your neighbor's house and you sit there while it is raining. What do you expect? So all they do is to take the roof from our houses and invite us to come to their house because they know we will not stay there. We will have to go back home. And home is to our farm. The home is to our place where we call our home, our farms. So they make sure that our crops is not valued enough to be sold to hotels and restaurants, but they are heavily helping them to import from Ivory Coast. As I clearly got information that now the hotels have to order the tomatoes, the onions from Ivory Coast and Guinea. They import it right to Liberia. While our farmers can be able to produce quality onions. And I'm not denying that Guinea, Ivory Coast, and the rest of the countries are not providing. But how many times will Liberians be able to sell in Ivory Coast? Because the Ivorians have known the value of agriculture. So they have empowered the farmers. Go to Ivory Coast today and ask anybody who have been in Ivory Coast. They will tell you. Even Guinea there. I was in Guinea recently. You go to Guinea, you will see. That's why our products from Liberia goes to Guinea. It's on a sale. Because why? The prices have to drop. And we think this is life. But we are happily able to come here when we stand near the people building here. We're taking photos and smiling. Is that sense? We're taking the money from Liberia and sending it all because of our wicked heart. We prefer to remain, continue to make people to remain in poverty than to help them, liberate them. What heart are we as Liberians? Oh, I'm so discouraged. Seeing people that told us that they were coming in power to change our lives, only in power to fail their own self. And today, we are calling you farmers not to pay money, like we said, but to know that there is somewhere that you can call your home. This place is not leaking because we are not connected to anywhere that will cause you to leak. But we are here. That building that is leaking, we can all help and we can patch it. We can make you turn better through what we will do together, through what we will say together and believe and work towards. If you've been waiting for the last 10 years, waiting for them to come, have you seen them? Have they come to your aid? No, they come to use you. They come to make sure that you continue to beg them for your right. So I'm only calling you and I'm inspiring you that there is an opportunity now. The opportunity is to join. The opportunity is to believe that a team is coming into your village, into your towns, in your district. They are coming to encourage you and help you out of poverty. And this is it as Liberians. And this is it for all truthful Liberians that are leave behind this party system that are broken us down and focus on development through the power of unity. And this is it for now. Director, I will turn this over just before we will close. You can go ahead and you complete what you were saying, and then we can close. Well, I just thought it wise that it is important that our people get to know our mission today.
Yes, thank you very much. I was just trying to lay some basics so that our people should actually follow. Most especially those one that are in the policy maker, our representative, our senators, uh, ministers, presidents. I mean, this is their business. You cannot keep your citizens. You can't keep them malnourished. You can't keep them in abject poverty. Poverty is not a curse. Poverty is not from God, but poverty is from human being. They sit in the local and say, let us keep the people alive like this. Because if you want to deliver your people, we are speaking to our people. I'm actually speaking directly to our ministers, our senators, our representatives, our president. You can deliver Liberia. You can take our people from abject poverty when you engage in agriculture, when you invest in agricultural sectors. Then our people will not stay on the road to give you hard time, to beg you, but you should empower them that they will be able to produce and market for themselves. I came from Bikana yesterday. Along the highway, you will see people selling. They're selling their pineapple, their avocado, and they also have the palm. They have watermelon, but no buyer. No buyer. Can you imagine? No one to buy from them. They just have it on the road, and some can even lead there and get ratting. How will we treat our people like this? Then we expect Liberia to develop. If we empower the people, if you empower the people to make money for themselves, how will they build home? How will they even build a road? Because if the people they are empowered, if farmers can send and say, this mile, we're going to build at least 20 miles from here. We will invest in this road and get our money out. We are going to make sure help come in this community. Farmers can do it because they are empowered. But let us stop strangulating our people because we want political gain or we want to get political famous. Let's stop strangulating this country. This country has been strangulated. It's bad. It's evil. Let us stop the kind of things and invest in agricultural sectors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, director. It is well spoken. You know, you spoke your heart because you are into the system. You know, the good thing about the Abba Organic Farm, we are not talking fictional story here. We are talking reality. Everything we are saying, you can quote us or you can do your own final research and come up with your findings. If you do not see 65 to 75% of farmers' children that will not have good schools, check it out. Or even medical facilities. Most of us are only graduating with frustration. We are only going to school, learning in the hands of frustration. Going to school is one thing, but learning is another thing. How will we learn in a strange land? Liberians were never here in this kind of level of poverty before. Liberians were never in this kind of level of poverty where you have been stripped. I mean, Liberians are naked now. Let me tell you the truth. We are naked, and we are not naked in foreign land. We are naked right in Liberia. We are naked. We are naked out of our own clothing. We cannot afford to do anything. That's why killing rate is all over, crimes is all over, protests all over the place. People just get frustrated. Buildings are being destroyed. People, I mean, there is so much that is going on. The country is heated with so much pains and sorrow and greed. Why must we bring ourselves this low? All because I want all for me and me alone. Let us drop this. It's carry us nowhere. You take the money from Liberia, you buy a house in America, good. But you know what? You are not bringing that house from America to Liberia. And how many of us didn't buy houses in America? At the end of the day, have you ever seen the American government put house on a ship and send it to Liberia? All the thousands of dollars that we taking from our cupboards that we're supposed to build Liberia, we're sending it back to where the money is coming from. You know that people laugh at us to the point that I don't know whether we can really see. We come to them people and tell them we need help. We need this, we need that, we need this. And the people look at us and wear their glasses. They give us the money because they know we are coming back to them with the very money. We finish, they give you some of the 4,000, then they tell you how long you're supposed to pay the money, right? But when in 1 year period, that very money they give you, you bring it right back to America. You bring it right back to Europe. Now you alone coming for holiday in Europe. Now you alone buy a special car from America. Now you alone taking a flight that will cost more. Now you alone booking hotel. Where the hotels are, you see very America, Europe. Where the cars are from, they see America and Europe. Where other things that you order down to your food you eating now. Liberia, rice now is not good anymore. You start to order rice from all of the country. The water you want to drink now, mineral water, want a clean pebble, but you do not think that you can invent that in your own country. You see how our brains work? So the people sit by the law that whatever they give it to us, we are bringing it right back to them without them forcing us to bring it back. But then you know what? They will have increased profit, all because our minds are so indebted into wickedness and hatred for our own selves. No, the worst thing is to make a slave a president or to make a slave a king. According to Bishop Myers, he said the worst thing is to make a slave a king because he will enslave you more than even your master that you had. And that's what's happening. We are enslaving ourselves more than the Joseph Jingira that we said the people were white people. The people that are white people, we the black people now we're taking over and see how far we come. We take it over from the Congo people. The Congo people were bad, but at least we had banks. We were having opportunity to go to school, even though they were work us up, but we were going to school. Today, we that were living with the Congo people, we the ones that we educated, but our education has become more harmful to Liberia than it's supposed to be good. We now revamp ourselves and strengthen our arms against ourselves. It's like a house that is fighting its own self. Liberation is on the way. Whether you accept it or believe it, it's on the way. And it will be embraced by those that knows it and knows the truth. So over to you, Professor, just to get your final, and then yeah, we will be.
Thank you very much. Thank you. As the director was saying, what poverty can do when it comes to the food he was naming, because we are not eating those food, so it will have impact and negative impact on us. I'm teaching a course in Coditon called Swamp and Poultry Production. We are now on the topic nutrition, and the 6 classes of nutrition we were discussing carbohydrate. You know, that's why we the poor people are consuming carbohydrate, not balanced diet, but we are consuming
Mm-hmm.
carbohydrate. And carbohydrate get impact on the body,
Mm-hmm.
because when we consume excess carbohydrate, what they can do, the body will be able to just use more of that carbohydrate. Then the rest of it is going to fat. So you are saying people are getting big. Oh, you big, oh, you fat, oh, it's sickness. It
So
is
true.
because we consume a lot of carbohydrate, it gave me a hard time. And the poultry, if you feed them with more carbohydrate, plenty carbohydrate, what they can do, they will not use all that carbohydrate and it will turn into fat. Then what it will do to the body, production will not, if that layers, it will not lay air. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It will not lay air and it will not perform. So you see what carbohydrate can do?
Mm-hmm.
Carbohydrate can damage our body. That is, the immune system will not be built, and whatever little sickness come in, it will break us down. So this
Mm-hmm.
is why plenty of people, you go to the hospital today, you see the poor people plenty there, because we are not eating balanced diet. So
Mm-hmm.
when he touched that, I remember what we discussed in class, and it will not make us to think well. It will not develop our minds. We will not be good. We will not IQ. So because of that, you see, our IQ will be very, very poor. And that's why the rich people take advantage of us, because they are eating the balanced diet. They are sharp. When you're going to argument, they win you because you are not strong. You are not strong. So now what can we do? Again, we now come to Abba. Abba is now educating us what to do. We should not be running behind them. Can we plant vegetable? If you even plant like 1 hectare or 1 acre, different fruits, you will eat and you will enjoy it. And the children, we should not be focusing the children, really those children that are coming up, because they are our future. Not just giving them carbohydrate. If we want to build them to IQ with the rich people, let's give them balanced diet at least. Although we don't have it, but let's struggle to give them balanced diet so that they can IQ with their counterpart, which is those rich people that they are sending their children all over the country, so that when they come, they can have a resistance. That is the only way they will know that yes, oh, the people, they are not stupid. So we want to be doing that. Thank you very much for the program. I like it. We hope and really hope that yes, the program will be live, where we will go 1 hour, 2 hours at least, or 3 hours, because 1 hour is not sufficient. One person talk, other person talk, the time gone. So thank you very much, CEO, for the opportunity given us.
Thank you so much, Professor. And that was very educative. Giving the balanced diet help us all in our daily activities. Besides that, it help us in terms of our health. And so you made it very, very, very important for us. So Again, I'll go back to our director just before we will be talking about closing. Let me hear his closing statement.
Yes, to actually close at this time, uh, I'm also giving some message to our leaders, mostly uh, our president, the ministers, the representative senators. I'm telling you people because people make the policy and you put draft the policy through to actualization. So we are telling you that the policy that you made to affect the agricultural sector positively, it have not turned down, but suppressing the people. The people are dying. Our farmers are dying. They are frustrated too much. And when when all of the farmers died, who will depend on to vote us? Because we depend on them to vote us. So we shouldn't allow them to be hurt. We should always prioritize them. Even when you're in the house, when you are on your discussion table, you need to discuss the farmers. Because you yourself, you're from a farming background. All of you that represent us in this country, you're from a farming background. And you're depending on agricultural product to survive. We are telling you that the agricultural sector has been damaged. Damaged. So now we need to reawake and improve that sector that will put table that will put food on the table of the very people that we representing. The very people that the proper king, the proper government kingdom represent. They are the people there. They are poor. We need you. We need all of you to join our organic farm. They deliver our country from this actual poverty. Poverty is not from God. It's from you, poor, the politician. You created this poverty. So we are asking you to come and stay so that we are getting the key to actually get rid of poverty, to eliminate poverty is the agricultural sector. If you produce more food, you are going to drop poverty from the country. So we are telling you that we all should pay attention to the green forest. Let us go back there, let engage in lowland farming so that our people can be delivered, so that we can motivate them that even when they're sitting online to vote us, they will feel happy. They will be happy to stay online. They'll be happy to go to vote. Because why? They get food on the table. We are speaking to all of you, and also Liberia in the diaspora, they'll join us in the fight. This is a battle that we all can fight, and when we stand together, we will resolve and have a peace. Because the only way peace can be in the country when food on the table. But when no food, we are still fighting war. So we are begging you, instead of us to continue to be pulling and hauling, let us engage in our agricultural sectors. Let's produce healthy food for our people. Thank you all for following us. You can check us on Facebook. Our activities are there. We have our YouTube platform. We have our Instagrams. We are there. Just click about organic farm. Check about organic farm. You will get those deliverables. What we are doing, what we engage in, and our activities. Thank you all.
So thank you to all of you who have been watching. I also will go on the line, and we have multiple lines here, so people are watching from different locations. So, but on my screen now, what I've seen that J Toure, J, thank you for watching us. Another person is watching us from the Banave area. And also, we got a comment here from Jebo, Bajebo, Freeman, who said Rose before agriculture. Good. That's good that we have role before agriculture. But if you do not eat when you have the role, maybe you can answer that question. If you do not have food in the system, will you even be able to use the rule? So they both are very important, and we must be able to look at it from all angles. You need the food as well as you need the rule. So we cannot rule one out, but we must include the both. Hope this is important. I mean, hope this will help you, as well as my sister from 1947, our country not have role, not this president serving the people. Of course, not this president alone, but all of them are inclusive. And the suffering we are talking about, we are not talking about suffering before. We are talking about suffering now that will need urgent attention for liberation. There comes a time where we have to go through what we went through, but it must come to an end. We cannot say because 1940 this didn't happen, so now it will never happen. It must come to a place where we will understand that this is enough. We must take a new role. So hope you understand this, and this also answers your question. Yeah, 1947 has not been like now. People that were living 1947, if you look around, you will not even see them. They are gone, but they are left us as a generation. And we must be able to lay that platform now that will change the livelihood of the upcoming generation as well. So this is all of us responsibility. Mr. Freeman, I hope you take this message very seriously. We must take aside poverty and facing reality. And reality stands now that majority, if not 75% of us, more than 75% of Liberians are living below poverty. Hope we all enjoy a new way out by embracing the new idea. The agriculture can transform our lives, and we too can be able to produce and be able to send out in countries like others. Let us also embrace the idea that agriculture can be a place of education as well as a place of increased financial stability that will help the society build its network around the world. Thank you for being a part, and we look forward for more of your comments as it comes. All on the other line, there are a lot of calls and a lot of texts, so we will not be able to have all of the time to run through all of the texts. But hope you continue to share this message, and we are inspired by you, your presence here on every weekend. So on Saturday, you will see us in Bon County. So Bon County, this going Saturday, we sorry we couldn't go in Bon County, but we will definitely be in Bon County this Saturday. So to all our parent people around the world, we want to say welcome, because we will be the Kuka Tono. So we will be with the Kuka Tono people in Bon County very soon, as well as we will be eating tabagi in Lofa County. Don't forget, Lofa is on Wednesday and Thursdays, 7:30. So we will be in Lofa County. So if you know you love to eat tabagi, and not just to eat it, but to eat it with a kitchen aside, and that food that will make you inspire, make you want to eat, join us there. Speak the Loma if you can. As well as we are open to encourage females that can speak dialects. So in Lofa County, we have so many dialects that we want female or male to please reach us so that they can be able to help translate the message to our people in the local dialects. We will be able to support you in making sure that this can be produced. So if you are inspired and you think this message is for you, and you are good in translating in a particular dialect, maybe Bani, maybe Loma, maybe whatever in Lofa County, just look in the case study of Lofa, and you know what dialect that you think is good for you, and you know you can do it for us. We encourage you to send us your telephone numbers, and we will contact you. We prefer female, not because I want, but because we want to have gender equation. But if not, we still encourage anyone to step in. Thank you so much. So thank you again, Prof. And we will be in Lofa County Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
And
We'll
happy
be there to
Palm
eat.
Day to you and the entire nation.
Thank you, thank you. We'll be in Lofa to eat some topagi.
Tabagi. And then over the weekend, we will be in Bonkante, man, eating. What is the people in Bonkante can eat? Sir? Potato green.
Kasawali, we eat some kasawali.
Kasali, you can go to the Kasali side or the potato green, right? Or what
Potato
else?
green, yeah, potato green red oil.
Okay, but thank you. It was great having you on the show. It's been inspiring, and I hope our listeners enjoy the show and continue to invite others to come in. And this is how we're going to come to the end of tonight's broadcast. Your host has been Madam Abba A. Anderson, and we've been also having Mr. Augustine Gamuya here with us, who have been able to educate us highly, and also our country director, who is Mr. Small, but he's no, his line is gone off. I hope you enjoy this program and continue to be a member, because it's us all as Liberia. Remember, Liberia is above party. Let us move forward in form of unity that we can achieve and better our own country. One love, peace, and harmony. Love to all of you all. Good night.
Welcome to Abak Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union. With Abak Organic, producing high quality food with low environmental impact, organic farming will play an essential role in developing and maintaining a sustainable food system in Liberia. To achieve this target and to help the organic sector reach its full potential, Abak Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, is putting forth an action plan for increased organic production in Liberia, including encouraging and supporting Liberians to go back to the soil and produce more food, negotiating and shifting local farm products for timely income benefits of farmers, working with farmers to grow more food, eat some, sustain their homes, and supply other parts of the world, training farmers to transition from manual to mechanized farming. In Abba Organic Farm, the Liberia Farmers Union, our mission is to ensure a stable supply of affordable food to increase and safeguard the income of Liberian farmers to keep Liberia and its rural areas sustainably vibrant. You can become a member of Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union right now. Just dial 0880 547 543 or 0776 570 925 or 0886 199299 or 0777 567777, or you can directly contact our CEO Abae Addison on +447 943 523387, and you join immediately. Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, we are partners for good.
And so we are partner for good. So this is how we come to tonight's edition. Join us next weekend, the same time, 7:30 p.m. Liberian time. Good night.